This is PPG Grandpa. We're on the ground, and he's way up there.
So here's my dilemma. Look at that. Pre-flight. Thank goodness I saw that on pre-flight. Unbelievable. So somehow it broke, and now I have to figure out some way of fixing it. That's how broken it was. It just fell out completely. Move this out of the way so you can see what I'm talking about. It just came right out of there. I think I'm just gonna cut around the base here and pull this part off. And this, I'm just gonna cut this all the way around and slide this piece. Once I pulled that off, now I got this metal one at a time, because they are pretty difficult to clip. So that way they're all even. Being very careful that you hold on to each end as you're clipping, because you don't want anything to go into your carburetor. Nope, we don't want that. Now I'm gonna cut this the sheathing off. Just I went all the way around, and now this slides off. So that gives me more wire to play with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back on that was on there that slid off. I'm going to make a little cut right here because it's going to have to go over this. And now put this back over here. Come on. It took a second, but I was able to persuade it. Now I'm going to take this and put this over this area. Now we're just going to make sure it's tight all the way to the end. Use some shrink tubes, different sizes. Make sure you get the smallest size that will fit over this. Then pull it all the way over until you can see the top. Now we're gonna heat shrink this around here. Make sure you use a heat gun and not a blowtorch. Use the lowest heat that you got. Just a little bit at a time. We just want to shrink it. We don't want to burn it. So also I don't like this right here. I want to try something different. All you do is you pull the back end. You don't come to this end and try to open it. You just pull it out of the back. So I think I'm going to try this one right here. It's where the line goes through the middle. Screw goes down, tightens it down. Needle nose. I'm going to put this up there and then just go boop. It's going through here now. It's going to be locked here, and I'm going to have another locker on that side. This thing is going to be zip tied up here so it doesn't bend and it doesn't pull this. And then here is the cable going down here. I got it double zip tied here and one down here to keep it from bending and pulling. Go ahead and tighten up this, make sure it flows right, and start her up. So what we're looking at here now is this for some reason didn't spin, and when I pulled it wore a groove in here and it doesn't spin, and it's really just getting tore up. So what I did is I ordered these from the internet. These are number 15. They are all metal. They come in a pack like this, and I don't think they were very much for all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off this rivet. There's two of them, one on each side. Rerun this wire, the line through here, and then connect this to that. So what we're going to do is we are going to drill out the rivets. One there. Now there are many different size rivets, so what we're doing is we're testing the rivets, and this is a good size because it goes through the hole and there's not much room left over. We'll go ahead and look at rivets that don't work real quick. These are the small ones. They do fit through, but there's a lot of play in that, and we don't want such a small rivet. Then we have the larger rivet, that won't even go through. Want to make sure that the rivet gun is set up for that particular rivet. So this is going to set here like this, and we are going to have to string the rope through here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this piece aside, and we are going to take this off, which is just a knot. It was just easier to cut it, and then I burnt the tip so it doesn't fray. I took off the old one, and now I put the new one on. So now I'm going to tie this in a knot after going through here, so I have a handle. Now we're going to use the gun, so we're going to put this in here like so. And now we're going to put this in this hole here. It's nice to have the ones that turn, so we have different angles. So we're going to squeeze. And now that left the rivet in there, and inside here is the nail. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. We're going to put this in here, rivet all the way in. We're going to squeeze once, and then we're going to squeeze again to pop that head off. There we go. And the nail. So that put a rivet back on this side and on the other side, and now I have a pulley that will not wear out. All right, so this is what happened. Look at that. It just, I don't know what happened, but apparently it stopped spinning and it wore down, and I didn't even notice that until I was doing a serious maintenance. And this is what I replaced it with. It's all metal. It's just a little bit bigger, not much. It's just a tad bit heavier, but you know, you really can't tell a difference when it's on a paramotor. And I know that it's gonna work, and it's not going to wear out like a plastic. So that is how we changed out this plastic one with a new one. It's number 15 that you can find them on Amazon. And it works like a champ.
You better not. You're gonna fly over the corn.
That's sweet.
That's sweet.